Ooh, I forgot I had this. I'm feeling kind of curious. How does a 3DS emulator run on the LG G8X Thinq? Let's get into it. I think like me, most people picked up the LG G8X Thinq because LG was bundling it with a dual screen case and instantly a light bulb went off in their head. By George, I think he's got it! 3DS emulation! I think it's safe to say I'm not the only one that was excited to get the dual screen case for the LG G8X. Got afraid that I was gonna damage it by dropping it and stored it away never to use it again. I think it's time to dust it off, download the Citra Emulator, only the best 3DS emulator in the world, and play some Nintendo 3DS games, not specifically these ones. After placing your LG G8X Thinq into the dual screen case, an icon will pop up on the right side of the screen on your phone. Press this icon and it will activate the other screen. Now it's time to download the Citra Emulator, but you don't want to download the version on the Play Store because as you see here, the app used to extend the emulator to the other screen doesn't work correctly. Head over to the GitHub link in the description and download the Citra mmj.apk. Now in order to install, you have to allow the install of unknown apps, which will be slightly different between Android versions. Now head to the download folder where the Citra MMJ should have downloaded, click the APK and install. Before we get the app loaded, create a folder on your phone called Games and drag all your 3DS games into this folder. Obviously, I can't tell you where to get these games, but a quick Google search might help. When you first load the Citra MMJ app, you will notice it's not expanded to the second screen, and that is where this app called Wide Mode for LG comes into play, and you can get this from the Play Store. Once app is downloaded, bring down the navigation bar from the top, click the pencil, and drag the Wide Mode app into your quick features list. Now when you have the Citra MMJ emulator open, you can head up to the quick features in the navigational bar, click Wide Mode, and it will extend the Citra emulator to the other screen. Loading games into the Citra emulator is fairly easy as well. You click the plus symbol at the top, and then you direct it to that games folder that you created earlier. Now let's get to what you all have been waiting for, seeing how the 3DS emulator works on the LG G8X Thinq with the dual screen. Zelda Majora's Mask seemed to fluctuate from 25 to 70 frames per second, but during gameplay it seemed to keep a steady 30 frames per second. Super Mario 3D Land was staying between 55 and 60 frames per second with the occasional stuttering during gameplay, but it was definitely extremely playable. Now Super Mario Kart 7, of course, Super Mario Kart. That seemed to stay at a steady 30 frames per second. The game was very playable. It turns out this LG is a pretty good device for emulating 3DS games. Well, there you have it. Wait, you only tested 3 games. Yeah, I did, but there's a ton of videos on YouTube showcasing other games working on the LG G8X Thinq, and they all seem to work perfectly fine. Now, do I think you should run out and go ahead and purchase this for 3DS emulation? Well, no. The G8X will set you back anywhere from $100 to $130. And as for the dual screen, it's gonna cost you almost $200 just by itself. However, if you already own the LG G8X Thinq, then getting the dual screen might add some cool multitasking, and 3DS emulation is just an added bonus. I mean, other than that, At that price, you might as well just go out and buy yourself a 3DS and soft mod it. But don't get me wrong, 3DS emulation on an Android phone is kind of cool, and the dual screen adds to the experience. Normally at this point, I would tell you if you want to see me emulate any specific game or have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, but my LG is on a long journey to Googlefy thanks to T-Mobile for cutting the Sprint service and rendering my LG G8 Thinq useless. In the next video, I show you why you should not throw your old PC in the trash and what you can do instead of sending that old, tired, abused PC to its final resting place. So if you're interested in seeing me breathe new life into this Acer all-in-one PC that I saved from the trash, you know what to do. As for now, I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, instead of staring at my ugly mug, why don't you go ahead and check out one of our other videos? 1, 2, I'll wait. My busted face ain't going nowhere.